We're back. I hope everybody's having an amazing day. Listen here, I had an amazing Memorial Day morning. I spent it out on the bank with some amazing professional fishermen. Do you understand? The very first cast, they caught a real nice catfish. I mean, it set the tone for the day. The fish were biting. I mean, the excitement was there. But listen here, after that moment, this is when I began to learn so many lessons about fishing, about life and ministry. Because for the next hour, they didn't catch anything. But they didn't get frustrated. They didn't throw in the towel. They didn't give up. They just enjoyed the scenery. They were content with where they were at. They knew the fish were there. They just waited patiently. So many of us need to learn how to wait patiently. They enjoyed the ripples of the water. They enjoyed the birds that were flying around. They talked about at least they weren't in the office or at home babysitting. They were enjoying the moment that they were in. And then they did decide to move to a new location. And when we got to that location, people were fishing all over the place. And we circled that parking lot and there was nowhere to park. There was no room for us. I got frustrated because I could see that we should be able to catch some really good fish at this spot. They looked at me and they said, "John, don't worry about it. We're going to go to the next spot. We got another spot." That was the second thing I learned. We can't get frustrated when there's not room for us. I know you might see everybody around you doing what you want to do, but if there's not room for you, that means that there's another place that God has for you. My God, in this place. And they moved on still with high spirits. And we got to the third location and it was like it was set up by God. It was so much room. The weather was perfect. The shade was perfect. The breeze was amazing. And when they began to throw out their nets and their lines again, they began to catch fish after fish after fish. I mean, they weren't catching that big fish, but they were catching so many fish, and they didn't get frustrated at the size of the fish. They began to laugh at each other on who was catching the smallest, who couldn't catch that many, who was feeding the fish. They just laughed the whole time. At one point, they even caught a log. They thought they caught something big, reeled it in, and it was nothing but a log. Do you understand? But as soon as they said, "You know what, I think we've had a good time, we're getting ready to call it quits," at that moment was when the smallmouth bass hit the line and that line went running and they start fighting this fish and this fish start fighting them. The fish was jumping out of the water. They even gave me the honor of grabbing the net and helping pull it in. Do you understand? I want to encourage somebody this week. You might have been waiting. You might have been catching small fish. You might have even reeled in a log in your life. But if you just keep being patient, if you keep believing God, if you keep having faith in the bait that you're using and the location that you're in, I'm telling you, you're going to catch that big fish just like they did. I'm praying for you. I love you, and I will see you win next week.
It took me about 5 minutes to get him in, but I got him in. Yeah, I got him in.